Hi guys, how are you? Jamboni, Saseni, bonjour. I'm so happy to be back again. Sunday vibes, good vibes. Yet another week to give it another try. Things that didn't work last week, we have another chance. This is now. Don't give up. Be focused. Stay tuned. Guys, I'm so grateful. I want to thank the living God for this particular moment that he has given me one more time to come back and speak. I hope this message is going to impact somebody positively. If it's not for you, forward it to a neighbor, to a friend. Just you could feel and say, hii message I think itasaidia fulani mtumie, alafu mwambia subscribe. Kwanza kesho ni birthday yangu. Ebu my birthday present, subscribe. Alafu you write there layer, happy birthday, subscriber number 1. I think I'm at 170 right now. I think so. I'll be so happy, guys. Just subscribe. Thank you for loving my content. Thank you for coming back again. I don't take this for granted. I know you are not just seated and bored and thinking, what can I do? Let me just watch later. I know you are here because you love what I do. Thank you so much, your support, your DMs. I see your messages. For those that I haven't been able to answer, don't take it personal. Cynthia, I'm going to sit down before the end of the year and I'm going to answer each and every person according to whatever you asked. Thank you for tuning in. Just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Alia Mogore Ditman, Aka Dream Chaser 2020. I chose the name The Dream Chaser because I thought if I walk, I might never get there. Let me chase these dreams. Let me chase them. The speed is very high, very, very high, especially now that the year is coming to an end. I'm praying to God that I'm going to add more velocity. I'm going to get into 2021 with different vibes, of course, positive vibes, good vibes, and a lot of power for you too. Guys, let us live this slow motion action in 2020. The year was just an year that we will forever live to remember. You know, the other day I was just telling myself, I can say it was a pandemic. We have the pandemic. Of course, it's still there. I can say that there are things you guys have learned. Me, I've learned a lot. And I want to thank God for even giving me that green grass in the desert. There are things that I started during this pandemic, things that I would never have imagined I would do in my life. And there are projects that started, they are not even done yet, but during the pandemic, every little thing you go through a hard time. When that time comes, you're sitting and relaxing and enjoying, you look back and say, I started the hard way. And there is nothing so nice. Humble beginnings, hard beginnings, and happy ends. This is what I celebrate most. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be speaking about self-esteem part 2 of 3, a very interesting part. I feel it in me. It's really, really interesting. Part 3 will be coming maybe next week, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let me feel it. Normally, I just feel when a message is ready, it's ripe. I feel it pumping like damu yangu. You know, my heartbeat starts getting faster and it's like, Leah, you need to shoot, you need to shoot, you need to shoot. I was with my girlfriend last evening. We'd gone to see a friend of ours who was ill. I thank God that he's well right now. And as we were traveling, I told her, you know what? I think my video is ready. I feel I need to speak now. This is the time. And I'm so glad that this is the moment. I'm so grateful about it. Guys, when I came to Germany, nobody told me. Maybe I'll have to get married for me to live here. Or maybe I'll have to get babies. Whatever. Nobody warned me. Guys, you know that messed my self-esteem in a way. It really messed it. Because you can imagine, you are coming to a place where you're going to change everything totally. Kabisa, kabisa. For you to be able to fit in. And I know a lot of people have gone through this. Now comes the worst part of it all. We guys even kill one another's self-esteem. You know, I came to realize there are things we people go through, do to other people, knowingly, like consciously and unconsciously, and you mess them completely. Who told you to classify people who are married with blacks and whites? Who brought this thing? Mnajua mmeua watu wengi sana spirit zao, moral zao. Alafu even comes the worst part. Atusimone hivyo ameolewa na mtu mzee. Who tells you to say who is mzee? Because the moment you say some mwingine ni mzee, you're already belittling yourself. You are the mzee, because when you get to think such things, that means you're not even right in your own mindset. You cannot sit down, really, before God and speak about somebody's family. You kill them, they'll never present those men in front of you, and then you keep saying, hata simonangi na bwanake utamuonaje? By the way, they're not even, it's not like a show. I came to realize that when we come to the diaspora, there are classifications that have also killed our self-esteem amongst ourselves. Ule mtoto hata ni makaratasi. Usiekele mtoto wa wenyewe jina kama hiyo. No. Kama God hangependa apate huyo mtoto, hangempatia. How many people have their papers, even in Kenya, very rich people who don't have children? And then somebody just comes and get blessed. Alafu, you just decide to sit and talk and say, usimwone if this thing has killed a lot of people. Take my word. There are people who can never speak about their own family thing because they don't want to be isolated, to be gossiped. When I came to Germany, I was not prepared for some things. Guys, there are things that I learned the hard way. Of course, my ex-man was very young. He was pretty young, I could say. Actually, those days I used to hear, guy ndo bwana yako ni young. Nikajuliza kwani there's a trademark. Like, how are they supposed to look when they marry you? Somebody gets lucky and gets a young man, but it's not a certificate to happiness. It is not. Somebody gets that man who is older. I love older men. I remember when I was turning 18 years, actually I made a wish. I had this nice hairstyle. I remember my look really good. And as I was cutting my cake, I made a wish. My wish was to leave Kenya one day, but I didn't say to come to Germany. I just needed to go Maju. My daddy really wished for this. Papa, continue resting in peace after 30 years. It was his wish that I'll make it to abroad one day. I didn't know that it was going to be Germany. Actually, Germany, my uncle used to tell me racist and everything, which I've never experienced. Of course, there is this negative side of it all that you hear from people, but personally, I cannot put anything wrong on this name, Germany. I have nothing. This is my home and I thank God for it. But what I want to say is that I was never prepared when I came at you know. So getting this young man, of course, everything was very good and very merry. But it was not a certificate to happiness. I remember, guys, this is what I was getting back to. See, I'm having so much to say. I'm even feeling like things are running out of my mouth immediately. I remember I made this one wish when I was turning 18, that I would like to leave Kenya one day and I would like to get married to a white man. Now, the funny thing is, me, I've always admired, I don't know, I kind of think this is something that was already in me, that I would like to get married to somebody who is older than me. Really. Of course, my ex-husband was young, but a tick older, but my current husband is just right. This is exactly what I wished for. And I thank God for bringing him my way, because with him, I can see a lot of things happening that I know there are things that God planned for me. Guys, when you come to Germany, when you go to the US, you go to the UK, to Italy, it doesn't matter. And then you just think you're going to be with somebody just for the sake of getting those papers, and then you do your thing. You know, I'm in certain groups where you just see people writing like, I would like to purchase a house, but I don't want to do it with my husband because even I'm not staying with him. I'm just waiting for my papers to be ready. Guys, you're messing your life. Who told you when you get those papers and leave him, you're going to be happy? Be very careful that you don't leave that man that God assigned for you in the name of Kimuita Makaratasi, for you to be able to go out there and live better. Don't use somebody's child. Don't. It will come back to you. It will funga you. Before you realize it, you are totally messed. In diaspora, there is no place to live wrong like in the diaspora. If you are living with somebody wherever you are, and you know this is somebody you chose to go before the altar, it doesn't matter kama ilikuwa standard something, you went even to the church, but the moment you said I do, and the government took your marriage to be right, guys, let me be very honest with you, you made a vow before God. Really, you cannot say ni makaratasi, because God pia uona. God uona. And I came to realize our self-esteem get messed in such things too. The moment you know that you're not on one page with yourself and it's not a clean page, imagine this is, utafeel, utaienda mbele ya watu wezi hata kuongea, because unajua what you do behind locked doors. I just feel deep in my heart, as much as I wanted to speak about the untold, it's not about the untold, I'm just feeling deep in my heart, maybe to put this message across in a way that when we left Kenya, went away from home, there is that what we started that was not supposed to be. There is that what we did that we were maybe not supposed to do, but along the years, you've realized things are kind of working. Why can't you try and make the best out of it with that? Why are you letting your time just go because you're waiting for a certain time for you to be able to have some kind of status, for you to be able to do some things? As you wait for that time to come, actually usually say success is the journey. It's not the destination. Because when you get there, then you've arrived, utafanya, you'll now sit down and say what? Akuna? So it is the journey. As you get there, this is the, I don't know, I enjoy this moment more. And I don't know about the destination. Of course, I'm really praying for a peaceful place that I'll sit one day calm and everything. But I can't wait for it and mess my now. Why mess my now preparing to one day sit? Let me enjoy now as I prepare to get there. There is this thing I've just felt to say, like, don't classify. Nani ameolewa na mzee, mnamalizia self-esteem yake. There is nothing so bad as when somebody cannot stand before people just because you spoke something evil about them. Ama ameolewa na mzungu but akona mtoto na mtu black. Why have we brought this thing into our lives? Why? Why have we people in the diaspora chosen to paint our friends different ugly colors? Why? Why do we do this? Mbona? It is not right. Kama mtu God alimbless akakuja huku. When somebody got blessed, the moment you got that visa, that is already a blessing. So many people are in Kenya that they would like to come to Germany. They would like to be here just to live this life that we are living. In the States, wherever place, people would love to be where you are. And God just chose us and brought us. Instead of us living as a happy community, it becomes a community full of gossiping, a community full of isolation, a community full of groupings, you know, like huyu bado anakaa rental, wacha akae rental kama ako happy. There are people who are having houses and they are very unhappy in them, ama ule hata ana gari, wachana na hiyo gari, maybe hata hataki kuiendesha. Me I find it even very nice to sit in the train and get ridden. That thing is fun, Let people live their lives. Stop killing people's esteem, that they cannot come in the public and speak just because you spoke something evil about them, just because you gossiped them. No wonder even some people are never invited by people's places. You ask yourself, utakao useme nasikiaga nakaa hivi na sijai hata enda, unaenda kufanya nini? Unaenda kutafuta story huko kwake. Ndio maana hata uwezi ukaenda. God naye anamwepusha because God knows the moment I bring you to this lane, you are not going to have it. Guys, live your life. If at all God has blessed you with a husband, if he's white or black, live with him and be happy. As you continue to ask God, what is your will for me? My purpose in this life? Why am I here? Because there is no way you can leave Kenya and come and be here and just sit and say, as I wait for, and then one day I'll go back home. Apana. When you're going back home already, miaka zimeenda, So just try to make the best out of that what you have right here. That little thing that God has blessed you with. Work with it well. Give it a name. Shine with it. Speak it with power and authority. Let people know this is something that I stand for. And then maybe you left Kenya, you came over here, and of course we have dreams. You want to have your own home. You want to drive that nice car, your family, kids and everything, but don't put yourself under pressure. Don't put yourself under this pressure. And then don't take it like, I have a feeling like a lot of dreams have been killed in this thing of ule anakaa fiti juu ameolewa na mzungu. Hapana, hakuna kitu na kuolewa na mzungu. Your identity is in your hands. Hata mzungu akikuoa na we ni mjinga, utasaidikaje? Mali ni yake. Of course umeolewa ni you in the, like when you're married, literally the mali from your husband is your mali pia. But imagine how nice it is when you come in with that name, this is who I am, this is what God says I am. Alafu you mix it with your husband and you continue shining. Because the moment you are there and you are like, because bwanangu ako nayo, sitafanya kitu, you will never get to live to your purpose. And nobody was created just to be there and sit and watch other people do. Apana, it is us. It is in our hands. We are supposed to do this. We are supposed to say, God, I have gotten married to this man, but I want to bring a change. We are not here for granted. Alafu, if it's that thing that you're looking at and you'd like to have, imagine it's possible. There is nothing that you will not get because you are not with so and so. And there is nobody who is entitled to a better life just because he's either married to a rich man or maybe to a German or even to an African. Kuolewa ni kuolewa. Live to your best in that marriage regardless. Alafu sisi wenye tunaongeaga juu ya harusi za watu wengine, Mungu atusaidie tuache. We have to stop. We have to stop speaking about other people. Like ule ameolewa na mtu mdogo, ule ameolewa na mzee, ule bwanake ako na mali. The first thing you get somewhere is, are you married to a German? Why do you ask this question? Because I even came to realize it's like when you are married to a German, it's like you are not married enough. You still need somebody on the side. Who said all this? Guys, let us do what God wants us to do. And when we do this, we are going to shine seriously. We are really going to make it and make a difference in this place. We are going to bring a very big change. But when we do things just because we want to belong, or please yourself, just having this, that's even being selfish. Ukweli, it's really, really being selfish. There is no way you can see it and categorize somebody's life and want to make it in life. God doesn't eat mawaru. He does not, and he's watching. He is really watching us. A lot of people have slept on their dreams. A lot of people have killed their own chances in life just because they chose to do evil. Stand up for that what you believe is right. Don't go speaking about anybody's life, anybody's marriage life. Don't want to, ama ule ameolewa lakini bado anahanya. Don't be the one to tell people who does what and doesn't do what. Ama you see somebody is married with black, you think they are not progressed or they can't progress because they are both blacks. Who said this? Where did all this thing come from that we got over here and started seeing things? This one can't work because it's with this. Ama so and so anajieka kando because anabelieve you and you may make it in life. Hakuna mtu mwenye alizaliwa ati nilieko jina hapa. There is no name. I choose. And if it was done like that, I rename myself and I say this is not what I was born for. I'm not purposed for this. God has great plans, and even for you. Sit down, lay back and ask yourself, I've been in this country, maybe you've been here for 10 years, for 20 years, or for 3 years, or for 3 months. I think 3 months hakuna juu kuna COVID. But you've been here for a short time, because there are people who come. I say Anfeng of Dubahol, there are people who come within a very short time, they've shot. They're just at the front. There are people who came here it's taken a bit of time. People say ule alikujanga na kuna tunya ameachieve. Usifanye hivyo. Her time is coming. Kumbuka story ya Abraham na Sarah. And then there are some people you have to eliminate in your life for you to be able to move forward. Abraham na Lot, lazima ule angeondoka ndio Abraham aweze kunenewa na Mungu. God took his time. He knew, I'm not going to be able to bless you if this person is in your life. They had to be separated. And even yourself, ask yourself when you check that things are not moving very well, who are these people who could be hindering you from this? Because even those are your self-esteem killers. Guys, I think this topic has not so much going to self-esteem. I've just felt there are things we do really wrong, especially to our diaspora sisters, that even kills them. And there is nothing so bad as when somebody who is in the same situation as you. Me, there is one thing that I know. Everybody who came to Germany as an au pair, everybody who came to Germany, maybe married, you met your husband in the coast or Nairobi, wherever you came in as a married person. We almost have a similar journey. Nobody is better than the other. Just because you feel like you've made it, and then you try to look at the others and think, hey, hakuna na kutangulia sio kufika. Let us respect one another, support one another. This journey is for us, guys. When we see our Kenyan sisters suffering over there, don't think that because you drive that car, those who are not driving, you are better than them. Who said this? Some of them have even more peace than you. When they can sit in the train and read a book and you cannot read because you are fighting with traffic. Respect those who don't have as you continue getting what God has assigned for you, because they are also coming. We all belong together, and at the end of the day, don't forget, this home is not this is not our home. We are just passing by. This world is not our home. We are passing by. Why live like you'll carry the whole? Utabeba, we will leave it here. So as we continue enjoying the journey, helping one another, not shaming one another, not categorizing the rich, the poor, who married black, who married white. Apana, love one another. Let us do this thing together. Let us shine together and protect one another. Guys, thank you so much. Next video is coming, and by the way, my spices are out. Not for sale yet. I have those that are already done, ready for packaging, and I'm going to be updating you guys where you can buy the spices. I'm so excited. I'm still working on 3 more. I would like to have 5 different spices. It's a lot of work, but I know I'm getting there by the grace of God, and stay tuned because good things are on the way. Thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed, imagine just subscribe. Just click. Let me see, maybe by tomorrow I'll be having like 20 new abonnees. I'll be so happy. I'll be so excited. Have a very nice Sunday. Take care of yourself and stay tuned. Bye-bye.